show you how to use Finale Notepad 2011. First thing you want to do, you want to open the Finale. Once inside, we have to create a title for our document. Add our names. And in this menu, we want to choose what we want. So we're going to choose one voice. We'll click Add. We're going to stay in 4/4 time, which means 4 beats per measure. And we are going to want to make 4 phrases of 2 measures each for rhythm, and 4 2-measure phrases for melody. So with 8 phrases at 2 measures each, we want 16 measures. And we're going to stay in the key of C major. So now we have our score. There's 2 ways to use Finale. The first way I'm going to show you is by simple note entry. What that means is we're going to use this toolbar right up top here. And using this toolbar, we will select what type of note we want to enter. So the first note we're going to select the quarter note. So we'll click on the quarter note, and you'll see it's right up here in purple. We'll then click where we want the note to go. So now we've put a quarter note in. When we're doing our rhythm patterns, we're going to keep our notes all on this line, right on the B line. So we've got one note. That means we have 3 more beats left to go. So I'm going to add a couple of eighth notes to this. And I'll end with a quarter note. We have 1 measure. Let's add a second measure. And there we go. Our first rhythm pattern is created. In order to listen to your rhythm pattern, go up here to our toolbar. Highlight the number 120. Let's change that to 70. That is the tempo, or how fast the music is going to go. Then we're going to go over and we're going to hit the play button. And when you're doing this, you should be able to hear your own rhythm go. So, we have our first one done. But more than just notes, there's also rests in rhythm. To add a rest to your score, using the toolbar entry, you click right over on this side for the type of rest you would like. So let's start with a quarter rest. And there we go, there's our quarter rest. You can add a couple notes in here, and we'll add another rest. Now that's almost everything, but there's another type of note we haven't looked at yet. So let's go over and select our quarter note again. There's also a dotted quarter note and a dotted half note, but there's no note over here that has a dot with it. To add a dot to our quarter note, we select our quarter note, and we click this little dot right there. And look, there's our dotted quarter note. Finish off that pattern here. Once you select a different note, unselect the dot. It'll go from blue back to beige. And there we go. Now to label our patterns, let's go up here and we'll click on this A. It's called the text toolbar. A square with a plus sign through it will appear. Use that square and plus sign and double click right above your first pattern. And let's label this R1 for rhythm pattern 1. We'll do the same thing right over here, R2 for rhythm pattern 2. So you see this white box. If you click on the white box, it'll turn purple. That means it's the one you're selecting. And you can drag and place it anywhere on the screen. So we'll place it right back over here. Now I mentioned that there was two ways to do this. That's the first way, using your toolbar. The second way, go ahead and select my quarter note again, is using the numpad on your keyboard. So I have this line and a quarter note, and it's purple. The quarter note is number 5 on your numpad. Press number 4, and it turns into an 8th note. Number 3, it turns into a 16th note. Number 2, it turns into a 32nd note. Go back to number 5, a quarter note. 6, it's a half note. 7, it's a whole note. So to insert a rhythm like this, let's select our quarter note. You'll see it's purple with a line through it. Hit the Enter key after you've selected your note type. And there we go, there's my quarter note. Now I'm going to add some 8th notes. Then I'll add a half note. And we'll add a few more 8th notes. And 2 quarter notes. If at any time your labels shift, just move them over using the Easy Selection tool by clicking back on the A. Let's label this one Rhythm 3. Now to add rests using this method, click back on this toolbar. On your quarter note, it'll appear purple in a line. Hit Enter to add the quarter note. To add a rest, all you have to do is hit R, and your note will turn into a rest. So let's try that with the 8th note. Rest, rest. Good. And the half note. But wait, you're telling me that there's another type of note, and that is the dotted note. How do we get a dotted note? Using numpad selection. First, we're going to go back to our quarter note. We'll select our quarter note and we'll hit Enter and we'll put it in. To add a dot to a note, all you have to do is hit the period. And there's our dotted quarter note. Finish out this rhythm here. There we go. And I will label it as well. Rhythm 4. So now we'll move on to the melody. What I'd like you to do, since we're in C major, is have the melody start and end on a note in the C major chord, which is C, E, or G. I'm going to start mine on high C. And change the rhythm. In order to put where a note goes on the staff, you use your arrow keys if you're using the number device way of adding them to move it up and down. And there's my first melody. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to label that M1 for melody. If at any time you want to listen to something that you've written and it doesn't start at the beginning, you count the number of measures where it starts. So if I want to listen to my melody, I'll count from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It starts on measure 9. So in this box here, I'm going to type 9. And then I'll hit the play button. After you have completed your assignment, you will have the 4 rhythm patterns and the 4 melody patterns. And there is a quick way to use Finale Notepad.